Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to film the reader problems tag. I was not tagged. I watched Amanda's video from Book Lover Amanda and I'm not sure who created this tag, but I'll have the videos linked down below and all the prompts, so if you feel like, filming your own video or answering the questions, you can use the comment section down below. So there are 11 questions. Let's get started. Question number 1. You have 20,000 books on your TBR. How in the world do you decide what to read next? I'm a mood reader, so I don't really decide. The mood decides. But I would probably do like first chapter challenge, not with the 20,000 books. I would sort of pick a couple and then do the first chapter challenge, is that what it's called, and go from there. I don't really get along with TBRs. I'm one of those people that if you tell me to do something, all I want to do is the other thing. So it doesn't work with me. Question number 2. You're halfway through a book and you're just not loving it. Do you quit or are you committed? I'm committed. I don't remember the last time I DNF'd a book. And that's really weird. I think the last time I DNF'd a book, I was probably like a teenager at the time. I honestly don't remember DNFing a book as an adult. Not sure why. I just feel like it's not like I'm cheating, but I just feel like I'm not being polite to the author because I might not be the target audience. So I feel bad that I'm DNFing a book just because I was the one that picked it up. I was the one, who bought it. So I should at least try and finish it. And then if I don't like it or if I have issues with that book, I can talk about them. I don't like when people talk about books that they didn't finish or they didn't even read. I talked about this once in my channel when I discussed Men Without Women by Haruki Murakami. There were a lot of people on Goodreads trashing the book and they didn't even finish the book. There was one person, I will never forget this. There was this one person who said, I didn't even finish the first short story. I mean, you can trash a book without giving it a shot. So I usually don't trash books, by the way, but if I don't like a book, I'll finish it and then I can speak clearly about the things that were, that were issues for me. The end of the year is coming and you're so close but so far away on your Goodreads reading challenge. Do you try to catch up and how? I don't do the Goodreads reading challenge anymore, but if I did, I wouldn't care. I stopped doing the reading challenge when I left university and started working as a full-time teacher, just because I have to, even though my job is not a priority in my personal life, it affects my personal life in a way that it affects my free time. So I need to be very careful on how I manage my free time so I can do all the things that I want to do. And I don't read as much anymore, which is fine. I don't read as much as when I was 18. That's fine. No problem there. So if I don't finish a reading challenge or if I can't read a certain amount of books that I told myself and I told everybody I was going to, it's fine. No big deal. Number 4, the covers of a series you love do not match. How do you cope? I actually have issues with this. I got The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien years before I got the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and it was not a priority for me for many years to read the Lord of the Rings trilogy. For some reason, it was not a priority. But I got it last year. My boyfriend gave it to me for my birthday, and the covers, the editions, match the one that I have of The Hobbit. And that's what I wanted. I didn't want to have the Lord of the Rings trilogy in a completely different edition from The Hobbit. And for many years, whenever I went to a bookstore, they would have one of the books, but not the entire trilogy. So I could have ordered it online, but again, it wasn't a priority. I wasn't thinking about reading the books. So it took me a couple of years, but now I have them. My Harry Potter series, they're all in the same edition, so that's fine. I wouldn't get rid of a book just because it's not in the same edition, but it would bother me a little bit. But I would learn to live with it. But visually, it doesn't look good. Number 5. Everyone and their mother loves a book you really don't like. Who do you bond with over shared feelings? I just talk about it online. I talk about it on Instagram and I talk about it on YouTube, and usually there is someone who agrees with me. If no one agrees with me, I just vent to my boyfriend. He doesn't read, so he listens, and then he asks, okay, are you okay now? Okay, yes. I've said everything I had to say. I don't like The Catcher in the Rye. That's my least favorite classic. I'm also not the biggest fan of Jane Eyre. I know. And everybody loves Jane Eyre. But that's fine, I don't really have a person that I talk to specifically. I talk about it online and I vent to my boyfriend. Number 6, you're reading a book and you're about to start crying in public. How do you feel? That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I've cried many times in public. I cry easily, so that's fine. I remember once I was crying because of a book, and this lady asked me if I was okay, and I said, it's fine, it's just the book made me emotional. And she laughed like, oh, so cute. But it's totally fine. I do that quite a lot. I feel great. Number 7, a sequel of a book you love just came out, but you've forgotten a lot from the prior novel. Will you reread the book, skip the sequel, try to find a synopsis on Goodreads, cry in frustration? I think this question is super dramatic. I'll just reread the first book. I don't understand how this is an issue. I understand that a lot of people just look for a synopsis, or they watch some sort of review, not a spoiler-free review, but a spoilery review, so they remember some details. But if you feel so bad about it, just reread the book and then read the sequel. I don't see how this is an issue. Number 8, you do not want anyone borrowing your books. How do you politely tell people nope when they ask? That's a hard conversation because I don't like confrontation. I'm someone who avoids confrontation, I'm a people pleaser in a way. But I don't know, I think I would just come up with excuses. I wouldn't tell them, like, I don't want you to have my book. I was just, oh, hey. I would probably just come up with excuses like, oh, my copy is really old and it's falling apart. Or I have tons of notes there. I don't want to remove the tabs or erase some of my comments. Maybe you can get it from the library. I don't know. And I wouldn't want people to tell me that. I think that's kind of, it's not that it's rude, it's not very polite. It's not rude, but it's not very polite either. It's not politically correct to say something like that, right? At least that's how I see it. So I would come up with excuses. Question number 9. You've picked up and put down 5 books in the last month. How do you get over your reading slump? I have 3 things that I do. I usually only do the first 2, and that's enough. But if I need to do the third one, that's fine. I let it run its course. Don't force reading. If you are in a reading slump, just, embrace it. Do something else. Listen to music, watch TV, watch films, go for walks, do something else. It's fine. You don't have to read 24/7. So if you are in a reading slump and you don't feel like reading, that's fine. That's fine. Go with it. Number 2, I might pick up a short story collection. Short stories are great. I love short stories. I think they're a great way for you to feel productive because they're short, so you finish them quickly and you've made progress. And number 3, you reread a favorite book. I usually don't do this one because the short story collection usually saves the day, but yeah, if I need to, I'll just revisit a book that I really love. Question number 10. There are so many new books coming out and that you're dying to read. How many do you actually buy? I'll buy all of them, but I'll try to manage and budget. So I'll either buy just one or I'll wait I'll wait for our annual book fair so I can get them cheaper. I'll end up buying all the books that I want, but I won't buy them all at once, just because that makes me feel irresponsible with my own money. But I don't know, when it says new books, I don't keep up with new releases. I honestly don't understand how people film those videos about new releases. Like, how do you know? That's just weird. I don't think I have the time for it. I know it's not as serious as I'm describing it, but it's really weird to watch those videos of people talking about new releases because I don't keep up. I think the only living author that I sort of follow, because I have I'm part of some groups on Facebook, is Haruki Murakami. So I know that he just released a new novel, but it's going to take a while for it to be in Portugal. So, when it's here, it's here. But yeah, it's just I don't really keep up with new releases in general. So when I talk about books that I want to buy, a lot of them are like classics or books that have been out for a long time and for some reason I didn't know about them. Question 11. After you've bought the new books you can't wait to get to, how long do they sit on your shelves before you get to them? Sometimes years. And that's fine. Even though it's a book, if I buy a book that I really, really want, doesn't necessarily mean that I have to read it in one sitting. It's a book that I want in my collection. That's how I manage it as well. I buy books that I want to read, but also books that I want to have. I want to physically have those books. So it's fine if I don't read them for a very long time. I have other books on the go, so I don't really give myself a hard time for it. I understand a lot of people, like, this is sort of a running joke. Oh, people who read, they buy books and they don't read them. Yes, it's kind of true. Sometimes I buy books and I read those books right away. Sometimes I buy them and I'm so excited that I have them and then I don't read them for a very long time. Maybe because I'm reading something else, maybe because I'm busy, maybe because I'm saving them for later. For example, Two Towers, I wanted to start that now, but I had such a nice time reading The Fellowship of the Ring in August. I'm going to read Two Towers in August as well, and hopefully The Return of the King. It just felt like a very nice summery book to me. So for some reason, I know it's not, but sometimes I'm saving those. I'll read it eventually. I'll read all the books that I have eventually. It's fine. So that's it, guys. If you like these prompts, these questions, you're tagged. I would love to see your video. Or if you don't have a booktube channel or you don't feel like filming a video for it, you can use the comment section below and share your answers with me, or tell me I'm weird after this video. I don't know, maybe I am. So you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye.